How's it going, ladies and gentlemen? Joey Nohana here, along with Anthony Caruso, Tyson Touloud, for another edition of FA Weekly. We'll call it FA Weekly from now on. It makes everything shorter. In the studio, shaped like Anthony's mother's basement. You can go to falconarrow.podbean.com, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and facebook.com/FalconArrowCast. And this week, I have something to rant about, ladies and gentlemen. I really, really do. I'm going to start this episode hot, with a lot of heat right out of the gate. And the reason why I say this is because usually we don't record after Raw. And if we did this after Raw, this would be phenomenal. But I'm going to get it off my chest right now on Wednesday night, actually. This whole House of Horrors thing, okay? Not the House of Horrors match itself, but the simple fact that people took the fucking time to go on the internet to look up where this house was located, and then proceed. There is this contingency on the internet that says, well, how the hell did they get from Missouri to San Jose, California in less than an hour? Why the fuck do people care about this?
Isn't the house also for sale right now?
Yeah, it's
36 G's.
Here's the funny. After this match happened,
I wonder if it comes with the fridge.
So, after this match happened, people were bitching about that more than anything else. How big of a fucking nerd do you have to be to sit there on your fucking ass and say that this was the most ridiculous thing about this whole fucking pay-per-view or the whole match itself?
The shit was canned from the Raw before Raw was in Kansas City last week, right?
Yeah. Probably.
Probably.
So there's this contingency, like I said, that they're going, I just can't believe that they had the house in Missouri. How the fuck does that make any sense? Why the fuck are you looking into it that much?
They never stated that the house was in Missouri, so it's not part of the storyline. So
I have it here somewhere. Where the fuck who cares about the exact location? But it's somewhere near Kansas City.
How did they even find that? Like, how did you even go about
no fucking clue.
Ascertaining an address for that? I mean,
but when I went all over
someone who probably lives near it, was
there's
like,
gotta be so much digging that had to be done
all over the internet. All these fucking people. Now here's the thing: nitpicking is what we do.
Yeah.
It's what we do on a weekly basis. Okay. But nitpicking to the point where you're going, well, I just can't believe that they traveled 23 hours away to get to the fucking arena. What the fuck does it matter? This is WWE.
Yeah.
Do you really expect them to film on location at San Jose, California? If you believe this, stop. Get off the internet. Go to the fucking gym. Take a walk. Because that is not the thing to complain about with the fucking house. That was the thing you bitched about? That was the dumbest. That's the most retarded shit I've ever heard in my life.
That I hadn't heard about till now, but that is fucking ridiculous.
It's pathetic that people honestly have to complain about that, and that is the one thing that they're going to harp on about this whole situation. It's fucking ridiculous.
I wonder if somebody calculated like the gas needed to get there and relative distances and shit.
But these segments are canned, right?
Yeah.
Usually in some fucking weird place at some point in time for the purpose of putting it on the television. If you're going to sit here and compare the accuracy of where this fucking house is at to the pay-per-view, get the fuck out. Just stop. Just don't talk about it. Don't complain about it. You have no reason to complain about any of this stuff. Now that that's over with, because that's the most stupidest thing I've ever heard all week long, I'd like to inform you, gentlemen, that I watched TNA this past week, and it's still fucking shit. I decided to get back on the TNA bandwagon briefly just to see what's going on the other side of the train tracks, and not much, everybody. I might or might not talk about it. I asked Anthony if he wants to talk about it. I don't even think Nick wants to talk about it anymore. Nope. But it's just pretty much, it's TNA. I mean, there's people in the front row. I watched a segment with James Storm and some other, EC3. James Storm and EC3 cutting a promo on each other. I saw 5 fucking women in the front row on their phones.
Oh, man.
Texting.
How much are those tickets now?
Got $20.
Probably not even.
If you, this has the same thing to do with the guy in the front row sleeping with the Ricochet and Lio Rush match.
Yeah.
If you have time to tweet while you're in the front row, get the fuck out of the front row. Go get a hot dog. Fuck off. But TNA,
Are they still in the Impact Zone?
Probably. I don't know, but a lot of old favorites came back. We got to, Low Key was there, and
Low Key.
Angelina Love was there, along with Davey Richards, and that's probably the only reason I'm gonna watch that show is because they make out profusely on television nowadays. So
really,
yes, it's just pretty much Angelina and Davey Richards stuffing each other's faces.
I think this is supposed to be Davey's last year too.
I thought he retired. Didn't you tell me he retired?
Well, I think he's going to after this year because he's going to be a doctor or some shit.
He's gonna be a doctor.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
What a guy.
nice.
So he's banging Angelina Love, the hottest woman in TNA, and then he's gonna go on.
I don't know who else is
doctor.
TNA, so I can't.
What?
I can't confirm or deny.
Some bitch named Velvet Sky.
Get the fuck out of here.
She's still in TNA.
I think she showed up not too long ago.
Really?
Who else is in TNA? Fucking Madison Rayne, and there's a thing with Josh Matthews and fucking Jeremy Borash.
Yeah.
It's pretty cringy, but oh well. I'll keep trying, everybody, and maybe at some point in my life I will talk about TNA.
There's way better wrestling out there.
Because I'm too tired of talking. I'm shitting on Raw every week. It's this. I gotta shit on something.
You know what I'm
else.
saying? You're just gonna shit on Impact.
Yeah, well, that's what we do here. We harp on shit. All right, everybody. Monday Night Raw, May 2nd, 2017, from Sacramento, California. The first thing.
You mean May 1st?
What?
May 1st.
May 2nd. What did I write May 2nd for? Probably because I watched it on May 2nd. What a dickhead.
Wow.
Okay, May 3rd.
Way to go, bro.
Sacramento, California. The first thing we see is the coronation of Alexa Bliss, and I guess I'll let Tyson do this.
Well, there's not a whole lot to say. I mean, this was basically the Bliss rotation all over again, just with a different name, but with a pedestal, which is kind of neat. And I like how it opened up with all of the bitches in the ring ready to go. No one got entrances.
All 6 of them.
Yeah, I think there's 7. I think
yeah.
they have like an 8.
Fuck me.
Yeah, they've got 2 more women than SmackDown does. And went in typical fashion, Bliss comes in, has a little something to say to everyone who wasn't on her team for the impromptu 8-woman tag later on. Pretty much went around, talk some shit, except to Nia. Her and Nia are cool. It's all good.
Bodyguard.
And
coming up.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. She's going to be an enforcer. She's going to be the heavy,
The China.
And last but not least, she had some words for Bayley. Thanked her for basically just being a cuck and giving it up easy, and for having nephews who cry.
Don't forget, her contemporaries are Mae Young and the Fabulous Moolah.
Yeah. Oh, that would be Mickie James. Yeah,
yes.
Yeah, that's right. That was pretty fun, dirty. But yeah, she pretty much ran everybody through the ringer, and then she got her little podium flipped, and then we had a match, and she went over. So yeah,
this was so great because Alexa Bliss. I mean, Jesus Christ, she crushes everybody on the microphone on Raw. Any of those bitches,
she's a star. She could totally get into Hollywood.
Here's the thing, okay? I'm pretty critical of her in-ring work, and I think a lot of people are.
Yeah,
it's no surprise.
That's her main criticism.
Yeah, it's no surprise that she's not that great in the ring, but this is WWE. You don't need to be great in the ring, really.
She's the reverse Seth Rollins.
People are calling her the Divas champion on Twitter and shit because they're saying that she's not the women's champion because she's just good on the mic and she's hot and she's not a great wrestler, which who the fuck cares?
Yeah.
She's serviceable in the ring. She does decent work. She sells like a motherfucker, and she's the best female promo in the company, probably top 5 promos overall. So
the whole point, ladies and gentlemen, is to get people's asses in the seats.
Yeah.
And how do you do that? You cut promos.
And she does that in spade. But everyone's like, oh, you know how Vince loves his blondes and blah, blah, blah. So, they're throwing shade, but fuck it.
So Alexa Bliss referred to herself as the goddess of the women's division. And like Tyson said, an 8-woman tag match broke out. Most of the match was just Alicia Fox getting her ass kicked, most of the time. The best part about this whole match was the fact that I think Alexa was she was yelling at Alexa, or what's her name, Alicia Fox, to come on, let's go, Foxy.
You're Alicia embarrassing us.
And Alicia goes, I'm trying. Alicia Fox has officially become the best person in the world for me this entire week. because that was phenomenal. I loved it. I never get to hear somebody just yell, "I'm trying. Hello, I'm giving it all I've got up in here." But Alexa wins after giving a DDT to Bayley. And I guess she's no longer using the Twisted Bliss. So what's going on with that here? You're the resident insider for Alexa Bliss.
I'm not sure. I feel like she's still kind of finding herself, like, finisher-wise. I mean, I feel like that's kind of her version of the glorious DDT, you know? They're trying to make it like a high-angle thing and make it more impactful than it is.
But that would mean there's 3 fucking people that have the DDT as their finisher.
Who's the...
Dean.
Yeah.
So, and they're on the same show. So here's the thing. The DDT is a finisher because it hurts like hell.
Yeah.
But Alexa Bliss, I mean, that's like the basic fucking move you could give a woman just to get them a finishing move, just to say that they have a finishing move.
I mean, like, to be honest, like, Alexa doesn't have a whole lot of spots to begin with, you know? Like,
no. She has the insult to injury.
And the most impressive thing she's got, as far as I'm concerned, is the sunset flip powerbomb thing she does out of the corner. Like, it's, you know, it looks good. It's impactful when she hits it right. So, I don't know. There's not a whole lot in her arsenal that, you know, you could use instead of that. So,
and that's where I'm very critical of her because, like we just said, she's great. She's a great promo. She's a great character. Her in-ring work is to be desired, but I hope she figures that out because there's going to be a time where she's going to go up against someone way fucking better than her. Mm-hmm. And if it wasn't Bayley, who we can't fucking stand, we wouldn't be on Alexa Bliss's bandwagon right now.
I feel like the Twisted Bliss, because she teases it a lot still, I feel like it's going to be relegated to like a PPV only thing. You know, it's going to be like her one high spot.
It's her fucking Rainmaker clothesline.
Yeah, that's a big deal.
No one should be able to kick out of the Twisted Bliss.
Hell no.
At all. God forbid you kick out of a Twisted Senton. So we had a segment with Seth Rollins, Finn Balor, The Miz, and Dean Ambrose. Seth came out to cut yet another crynchy fucking promo.
God.
You want to talk about this, Anthony? Yeah, I know you love Seth Rollins.
Yeah, you love face Seth.
It's the best. He comes out. He hypes people up, for God's sakes.
I like how he came out and asked how the crowd was doing. And like they gave like this half-assed cheer. He's like, yeah, that's good.
He's like, yeah, me too.
I'm doing well too, guys.
Why is Seth Rollins doing this weird fucking super ultra clean babyface stuff? Like, I don't mind him being a babyface, whatever. I guess you got to balance the scales out. But this guy coming out and like doing this with his finger, wagging his finger around and going, how's it going, Sacramento? Yeah. let's get things going up in here.
I know, it's bad.
Dude, if you got to rile up the crowd, you are dead. You are so fucking dead in the
makes
water.
me forget that Seth Rollins is actually like a great wrestler.
Yeah.
He's a phenomenal wrestler.
He's a fucking man.
And in case you didn't know, his fucking knee is still hurt.
Yeah.
So he should probably get that checked out.
Yeah.
But it's okay because he can slap it around and get the blood flowing into it, you know?
Yeah. And then he hits a Falcon arrow and it won't hurt. No, that doesn't take any pressure off your knees whatsoever. Finn comes out and tells Seth that he is owed a Universal Championship match because
Seth wants the Beast, by the way.
Seth wants Brock Lesnar, but Finn says, how about you get to the back of the line because I never lost the belt, guy. So Seth is immediately he's taken aback by this until The Miz comes out and followed by Dean Ambrose. They talked for a bit and it was decided that the 3 of them would wrestle later on for the shot at the IC title.
It's so weird. Like, okay, so Dean did like a reverse title shot. Like usually guys come out like, I want a shot at the title or whatever. Dean's like, I'm so fucking bored and I'm so sick of not defending this belt. Does anyone want a shot at this? Please, somebody wrestle me.
I was gonna say you got that a little wrong. He basically begged somebody to wrestle him for the belt.
Yeah, he's like, please, somebody make me relevant. Make this title worth something.
So there's a story of Seth and Finn in the middle of the ring going, we want the big belt, the one that's relevant. And Dean goes, guys, I still fucking work here.
Nobody wants to play with me.
No.
I like how he's calling his own fucking matches, by the way.
Seth and Finn could not be any less interested in this fucking belt. They do not care because wait a second. Where's Daniel Bryan to suspend Brock Lesnar? He hasn't defended the belt in 30 days.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, not suspend him, but strip him of the title.
He needs to be stripped of that belt. He hasn't defended it. God forbid, man. These rules just don't add up sometimes. Raw doesn't have any of these rules, so he could get away with that on Raw.
It must be. I must say, it must be different on Raw.
I guess so, man. I guess the rules change once you swap over to the red brand.
Apparently it's different in NXT too, because I'm pretty sure Corbin put his hands on a ref or whatever, it gets suspended. Asuka does the same thing, no one says shit.
Because she's
fine.
a woman.
Yeah, of course.
They run a recap of the Strowman and Roman match. They mention how both men were beat up and the match was brutal, despite the fact that it was pretty much all Strowman the whole time.
Yeah, but he has a torn rotator cuff.
He does have a torn rotator
door.
cuff. And here's the funniest thing about it. They mentioned that, and I don't think they understand that a torn rotator cuff is going to keep you out of action for about 6 months.
Yes.
4 to 6 months.
Yeah, he's not going to be able to pitch for a while.
Nope, not at all. And I'm assuming Braun is just going to waltz on back next week and go, God, this arm just feels so much better now.
Well, he can always borrow some kinesio tape from Cesaro. Patch him right up. You know what bothers me about this? Okay, so Braun whoops that ass, right?
The fake injuries are just killing me nowadays with WWE.
Braun fucking, destroys Roman, okay? Completely destroys him. Dude's coughing up blood and shit. And he still can't get the fucking job done.
Nope.
You can never let Roman fully die. You can never let Roman fully get fucking, no one goes all the way over. Even after that, Roman's still able to fend him off with 3 door shots.
Here's the story of Braun Strowman's career. He does stuff, he beats people up, and then he runs into shit, and fucking there goes his career.
And then he just kind of fades away into the corner, oh, guess what, Roman? I guess that's it. He got me with the door.
What a fucking idiot. Austin Aries versus TJP. Did everyone get that? TJP. Once again, TJP. He's no longer Perkins, because that sounds gay.
Yep, that's a restaurant, bro.
And I almost... that's
cheap
true.
pancakes and shit.
At this point, I'd rather own a Perkins than work on Raw. I was taken aback. I nearly shat myself when I saw this Cruiserweight match on the Hulu cut. This was on Hulu, everybody.
I was actually kind of surprised about that, too.
But when you got Austin Aries on your roster, you better feature him a lot. And once again, Neville watched this match. Well, actually, no. Neville watched this match at a normal angle. I couldn't believe myself. A guy was standing there looking at the screen, facing it. But, however, he does not like wearing shirts. So, the streak of Neville not wearing a fucking shirt continues, everybody. The match lagged a bit in the early going, but quickly gained steam. This was a phenomenal television matchup, and it's good to see Aries back being featured on a 90-minute version of Raw. So, after Aries wins with the last chancellery, turning TJP heel... Oh, wait, I'm sorry. So, turning TJP heel and giving him a 3-letter name won't do much for this guy. So, he lost the match, and he looks like a fucking loser. Still.
Yeah.
So, no progress made for TJP. The Miz...
He's dead. He is a dead character.
I don't even know at this point what you'd do with TJ Perkins, because if you don't turn him into Manic soon or fucking Suicide, he is not an interesting person.
He's not getting over as a heel. He's not getting over as a face. You're literally doing everything you can for this. I mean, short of throwing some kind of I don't know, love gimmick at him or something.
Love gimmick, because that's what the cruiserweights need right now.
Yeah,
more of that.
Love gimmicks.
Maybe he could take a shot at Alicia Fox when fucking what's his name's done. Fucking Rich Swann.
Well,
yeah, TJ's not a very good sports entertainer.
She got back with Noam Dar, I believe, this week.
Oh,
yes. So Alicia doing things.
Did they? Is that what happened on 205 Live?
I don't fucking watch that shit. So once again, Alicia probably
they were talking about on the other Cruiserweight match that you guys didn't see on the Hulu cut.
Oh boy!
Before, I mean, I kind of fast forwarded through it, but I watched the intro where Jack Gallagher brought umbrellas for his teammates.
Nice.
Akira Tozawa and Rich Swann.
What a nice man!
Yeah.
What a nice man.
It was nice to see Rich Swann still doing stuff.
Yeah.
Does Tozawa still scream like a moron?
Yeah.
Good.
Awesome.
What a great gimmick. But I'm assuming that when Creative came to Alicia and said, "Hey, we're gonna put you back with Noam Dar," she walked away and she goes, "I'm trying to be relevant on Raw, and you won't let me be relevant."
By sucking knobs, bro.
I like Alicia Fox. She's my sleeper pick for the women's championship at some point in my lifetime before I die. The Miz versus Seth Rollins versus Finn Balor, triple threat match for the #1 contendership for the second most important title on Monday Night Raw. This was a great match that got the crowd heavily interested into or invested into. The Miz threw the weakest kicks I've ever seen in my entire life during this match. He had both guys, and it's the same Daniel Bryan setup. By the way, why are we doing Daniel Bryan's moves?
I don't know. I don't know why he's still holding on to that.
That's the stupid...
Like, it's over. Like, you're not going to have a match with D-Bry. It's past. You're on a different show. Just leave it.
these people need to understand that the more moves that you give The Miz from other people, the more he loses a fucking identity. Yeah. He's not going to have any identity because, God forbid, what's he going to do? Start doing the rock bottom?
That's the point of his character, though. He's kind of nobody.
And he's forgettable as hell?
He's what you call it? He's being propped up by Maurice, and he needs Daniel Bryan to keep him relevant. Yeah. He
needs Daniel Bryan to keep him relevant. If you're going to do Daniel Bryan's kicks, Michael, do them with some feeling, brother. I know you're a safe guy, but fucking Christ. If you saw these kicks, they were very soft and not very good whatsoever.
You know whose kicks weren't soft, though? Fucking Finn's, dude. Like, he was just...
because Finn's
when he fucking punted him?
Yeah. He was letting everybody fucking have it. That was sweet as hell. There were a lot of really good, like, triple spots in this, too. That was pretty... Even that little triple, like, clothesline he did to kick it off was kind of cool.
Once Seth hit the...
double blockbuster?
No, I'm sorry. Jesus, relax.
Oh, Christ.
The superplex into the Falcon arrow, the fucking crowd was loving it because they thought Seth was going to win, and it got the crowd really, really hot. And I got into it because I fucking love Falcon arrows.
That was sick as fuck, yeah.
But once again, like every single match that gets good, what happens? What happens next? Guess what? Oh, people come out to ruin it. So Joe and Wyatt get out there. Joe beats up on Seth Rollins. And then Bray Wyatt comes out to give Finn Balor a Sister Abigail. Miz gets the pin after the Sister Abigail. And he is now the #1 contender for the coveted Intercontinental Championship.
Which means we get another serving of him and Dean again for the belt. Again.
So if you do not watch SmackDown, which is fucking weird because it's on the same channel as Raw now. Back in the day, there used to be a thing. But now you have no fucking reason to miss this shit.
Maybe people are doing something on Tuesday night.
Oh, I guess so, man. You can't miss SmackDown though. Come on, SmackDown is life, Anthony. Jesus Christ.
This was a really good match though, and it was a nice answer to SmackDown's their thing with AJ, Sammy, and Baron Corbin. Their whole like triple threat that they have. Yeah. I'm glad that they have their own version of that, and it's nice to see like top card talent making the IC title relevant again, like actually having that kind of competition for the belt.
Until Brock comes back, and then no one gives a fuck about the IC title anymore. So the other two guys will just do other things with the other guys that they're going to do things with until Brock shows up at WWE Great Balls of Fire. So now we're going to get a nice little Finn Bray Wyatt. God, I can't wait for that. It's going to be wonderful. A guy that could work and a guy that can't work. Can't wait. Watch that shit.
I like how Bray's been like cutting in just out of nowhere. His interruption was actually kind of cool.
If you are not aware of this, there is a compilation on YouTube of every single promo that Bray Wyatt has cut on another man and lost to him. Really? It is a rather lengthy fucking video.
I'd imagine it is. He cuts some promos.
If you are not aware, ladies and gentlemen, Bray Wyatt cuts a lot of promos, and he can't fucking win. So what the fuck should I care for?
Here's the thing about that, though. Like, Bray never, even if you beat Bray, you never really beat Bray, because he never goes away. Like, he'll cut all the promos he wants. You'll beat him, you know, but he's coming back the next, like Order Raw, he'll be back the next night to just let you know, oh, you thought it was over. Well, guess what?
Yeah. And guys are just standing there going, how many times do I have to fucking beat this guy for him to get it? Can we just get Bray Wyatt just come to the ring, just pale-faced, no idea what to do, no idea what to say, instead of cutting these fucking long promos about Sister Abigail and demons and being a king or fucking a devil, whatever the fuck he talks about.
That's his whole thing, man. That's what makes him cool. And I feel like he's kind of like reintroducing himself to everybody because he's back on Raw and he had that whole thing with Angle and he's like, yeah, I'm Bray Wyatt. If you didn't know, this is my gimmick.
I lose a lot and I talk a lot of shit. Welcome, Bray. God, I know you won't be a threat here on Raw. Seth continues to sell the knee, so I'm guessing Seth Rollins will never be cured or never be able to wrestle fully.
He's got to stop doing that
with
shit,
that fucking
man.
knee. Are you sick of it? I'm sick of it.
He needs to start wearing the Austin knee brace.
I am tired of it.
It's so fucking stupid. Like, okay, it's over. You're cleared. You're good.
You can't
sell the knee and then do
a Falcon
arrow or a frog splash or literally anything else that involves your fucking knee, guy. Like, you can't do that. That's not how it works.
And it's only the salt only gets larger. The pile of salt gets larger when literally every move that impacts his knee, he has to grab his knee. Why the fuck are you wrestling? Go away. Go back to Iowa where the fucking crowds are awful and go heal up there, dude. Like, don't.
Hey, man, he loves the business too much.
He loves it so much.
He's trying to fight through the pain.
He's fighting through that fucking pain that should have been healed like 2 fucking months ago. Smackdown, May 2nd, 2017. I wrote May 3rd because once again I watched it the next day and I'm an idiot. Fresno, California. So Jinder is seen taking photos with the WWE title for GQ magazine. Apparently, Jinder Mahal does not buy into the Lombardi Trophy suspicion where you don't touch the fucking title unless you've won it. Or any sport for that matter. Don't touch it. You didn't win it, don't touch it.
He's the Maharaja, all right?
Oh,
he can do
yeah,
whatever
that's
the
right.
fuck he wants.
That is true. And he has got some very good skills, especially stiffing guys really fucking hard in the face. So Shane just kind of takes the belt away from him. So what the fuck was the point of him stealing the belt? Shane just walked up to him and said, I'm going to take this because it's not yours. So what was the point of having him steal the belt? There was none.
To get heat?
To get heat.
Yeah, and to have a nice prop for his photo shoot.
We watched this guy get driven off in a limo, yelling at the top of his lungs with the belt. And 2 weeks later, he just lets it go. Okay, Shane, no problem. Here you go, big guy.
Well,
Take
I mean,
the
what are you going to
fucking
do?
belt.
Like, the guy who signs your checks.
Punch him in the face. I don't know. Do something. Act like you don't want to give the belt back. But instead, Shane just goes, I'm just going to take this away from you. So Shane comes out and introduces Y2J. So, Tyson, would you like to talk about this segment? Because your favorite wrestler's here.
Okay. I just want to say this real quick. So, Jericho winning this fucking title didn't do anything for anybody.
No, it did not.
This literally just hot potatoes the title between 2 guys over the course of 2 days. Doesn't do anything for Jericho. Doesn't do anything for Kevin. Doesn't do anything for AJ, the odd man out, who's just like, what the fuck is going on? All it does is devalue the title, and the only merit you can get out of this is, well, at least it wasn't a predictable finish, blah, blah, blah. We're addressing, like, one of the main criticisms of, like, the WWE is their, like, predictable-ass writing, blah, blah, blah. Still, a shitty, stupid surprise is still stupid. Doesn't matter if it's a surprise or not. That's not a merit.
Well, it gives Jericho a nice win before he goes.
Because that's what he needs.
He
That's
does
what
not
Jericho.
need
That he needs another feather in his cap, right?
This guy hates Jericho. I'm okay with him, but I can agree that this was kind of fucking stupid.
Well, they also had to have a reason to write him off TV. So you go
He
with
didn't need to win the belt then.
He didn't need to
you
win
could have
the belt.
wrote him off at fucking Payback and told him to kick rocks.
Yeah, it doesn't.
Yeah, but I think it would have been better if he lost the belt and then
on SmackDown?
And nobody believed he was going to win on Tuesday. Like the fucking tour starts on Friday. Like it's you can buy tickets, dog. Like
Yeah.
it's there. It's
And
happening.
the new single just dropped.
Yeah.
which, by the way, did you guys listen to that?
It's pretty good.
I have not. But
It was a little too mainstream hard rock metal for me, but
I'm a mainstream hardcore.
The hook was kind of catchy. It did its job. I didn't really like the whole.
Yeah, Tyson, you should really pre-order that CD. It's really good. Fozzie's
yeah,
doing
I
good.
can. When I pre-order those tickets on Ticketmaster, which completely gives away the whole fucking event for Tuesday, right? Ridiculous. Why is this a thing? Like, why are we even pretending that we don't know what the outcome of this is going to be? Why waste?
Because maybe he'll hold the U.S. title like through his tour. He'll
Through
bring
the
it on
tour?
tour with him.
Yeah.
Well,
He'll
Brock,
just show up intermittently on.
He'll have the title in one hand and the list on the other, and he can just keep the gimmick alive, right?
Look at fucking Brock. He goes away to fucking Canada and literally has the belt just sitting on his fucking dining room table. Why can't Jericho do the same thing? It's a U.S. title. Who gives a fuck?
Yeah.
Have Kev go after the women's belt or some shit. Like, no one cares anymore.
It just doesn't make any sense
Belts-
from any
belts don't
standpoint.
matter.
It's just stupid booking. It doesn't look good. It's not surprising. There's nothing to it. It's just really fucking dumb.
So Shane tells Jericho that he will be defending the U.S. title later on that night against Kevin Owens. AJ comes out, tells Jericho that this is his house, and he built it with his own 2 hands. They talk. Jericho threatens to put AJ on the list before Owens comes out. Kevin says he's looking forward to his rematch, and that it'll be worse than the Festival of Friendship. God, I don't think there's anything worse than that shit. He lets AJ know that he has no business in this ring and tells him to get the fuck out. AJ takes exception to this and then walks on to him and just starts kicking his ass.
Yep.
Jinder Mahal versus Sami Zayn. If there is one person on this entire planet that can get a guy over, look no further than Mr. Sami Zayn. You need someone that could lose. Fuck, Sami's in the corner.
Of course.
Go get him. Yeah, Sammy, you want to do a job? I don't fucking care anymore.
He's like main event level job talent.
He is. He is the go. And surprisingly, he does not lose face, which is ridiculous. He's still a very popular guy.
Because he's the underdog from the underground.
He's the underdog, and he get his ass whipped every fucking week on Raw and now SmackDown. Right before the match, they show what happened on Talking Smack when Corbin walked in on Zayn and started beating the shit out of him. I did not watch this. And at one point, Corbin pushes one of the referees, okay? He drops over the fucking table.
Yeah, he shoved that guy pretty hard.
He shoved him so hard that Corbin stopped and went, holy fuck. Yeah. I think I killed this guy. What a way to take yourself out of your character.
Yeah. See, that was a harder bump than the John Cone bump from the ring collapse.
It was glaringly obvious. Yeah. He pushed the guy, and instead of Corbin going, I don't give a fuck if he dies, he went, Jesus, I think I killed this guy.
Oh, shit, Jack, are you okay? My bad, man.
So, Baron Corbin, very, very nice guy, apparently. Cares about people.
Yes.
Led his kayfabe suspension for a week.
That's right. Mahal wins with a Cobra Clutch slam, and after one of the Singh brothers pulls Mahal out of the ring, preventing him from getting kicked in the face by a haluva kick. So
Jinder was showing a little color, too.
Jinder was showing color because he works fucking stiff, man.
Stiff as fuck, yeah.
Maybe Sammy peppered his ass at one point. I don't know. But the whole thing with people just pulling other people out of the ring is weird to me because it's like, is this not a disqualification?
It should be.
It should be, right? Okay, yeah. I'm watching this, and I'm like, I know it's 2017, but fuck, this is stupid. Like, and that means you could have 3 managers with you at ringside, and they could literally just pull you out of the ring whenever the fuck they feel like it, and no one could get reprimanded or DQ'd or whatever the case. Dolph Ziggler is so bottom of the barrel that he has resorted to complaining about the Backlash promo with Nakamura in it to complete strangers backstage.
Who the fuck was that?
Who the fuck were these local job talents for?
I've got that right here. I'm like, who the hell is Dolph hanging out with?
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck?
The boys don't even want to be seen with Dolph Ziggler. Yeah. No one in the not even Mojo Rawley wants to be seen with Dolph Ziggler.
No.
They
when you're hanging out with Gronk,
yeah, right.
It has gotten so bad for Ziggler. He is literally huddled around a fucking small LCD screen with a bunch of random fucking people who are doing absolutely nothing. And they're just watching the television. He goes, this is bullshit. I should be on that fucking promo. Dude, this guy looks like a fucking
22-inch from home. That
Oh God, Dolph! No, not even the catering club wants to be around this guy.
Yeah, fucking Titus O'Neil's like, nah.
Can't let Dolph in. He doesn't have a wristband.
No, you can't get on the tightest bread, bro.
I'm sorry, Dolph, but I've already got someone making the cheesecake, so
you're not on the list, bro. You can't get in. Aiden English versus Ty Dillinger, and once again, Ty Dillinger interrupts a very a beautiful serenade by Aiden English.
Aiden English, you mean the Picasso of pain?
That's right.
The Rembrandt of rage. The drama king himself.
Keep going. Keep going. Don't stop.
The artiste.
The artist known as Aiden English. So I'm guessing Ty Dillinger really likes interrupting fucking concerts because...
Speaking of artists, wouldn't Shinsuke Nakamura and Aiden English make the greatest tag team?
Right? The artists, formerly known as Nakamura and Aiden English. Quite manly, I should say. That would be a great team. But, so Ty Dillinger squashes English in 3 minutes. Only this time he does it with the inverted GTS, whatever the hell you want to call it, the whole Sami Callihan gimmick. And so I guess he's done using the Ushigoroshi because, I don't know, AJ uses it.
So he's not doing the tiebreaker anymore.
No.
Nope, because the tiebreaker is the Ushigoroshi.
Yeah.
And some other dude uses it who's way more over than he is.
It wasn't a bad-looking move, though. That he
No. We were watching PWG not that long ago, and fucking Sami Callihan, the Space Cat, fucking did it. And it's a pretty legit move. When it's done with a lot of velocity, it looks really painful. Aiden English and Renee Young, by the way, a.k.a. Ronnie, both made the list on this occasion. And Aiden English cried about it.
By the way, guys, how good has Renee Young been looking?
She's still not attractive.
Whoa.
She's also wearing fake hair. It's not real.
Who cares?
Hold on, I have a countdown of the days until I give a fuck about Renee Young's hotness, and nope, still not there.
Fuck you guys.
Still working on it.
Renee, if you're listening, if you ever done with Dean, hit me up on my Twitter.
Didn't they just get married? Pretty sure he just got married.
Well,
I mean, people have gotten divorced before, dude.
People have home wrecked before, dude.
Yeah, goalie in soccer doesn't mean you can't score, right?
And Renee, just to to help out Anthony's, he's not dying or nothing over here, by the way. He's just really mad that you're married to this guy. Just to further enhance Mr. Caruso's claim to your betrothal, I guess, what would you say? I don't even understand.
Marriage?
Marriage,
Yeah.
whatever.
Betrothal was the wrong word.
Anyways. He also has a dirty dick, just like Dean Ambrose.
Yeah, sure.
Dean doesn't wash his balls, so I don't think Anthony does either. So Charlotte,
that's nice that you put that out there.
just so she could
man.
really, she could really sit in that and really think about it and marinate in it. So Charlotte and Naomi, it was supposed to be Charlotte and Naomi versus the Welcoming Committee. The Welcoming Committee. Really?
Yeah.
Is this for real? This is life,
this
right?
Isn't like the name you
is,
with.
this a weird dimension? Did I walk into an alternate reality?
The welcoming committee, you mean like 2/3 of the fucking women's division over
If
there?
they're going to be the welcoming committee, they have to introduce somebody every week for them.
And there's got to be at least a tasteful gift basket or something. They have to have some kind of something.
They should have went a whole different direction with this gimmick. Have them all bake cookies for everybody.
They should at least have like a sign, like one of those signs that you hold at the airport with someone's name on it, like when you get off.
Whoever came up with this fucking name, you need to get a job, a different job than making up names for people. Because fucking hell.
How much you want to bet this is a Vince McMahon thing?
Gee, well, I don't know. They sure welcomed Charlotte pretty well last week. How about the Welcoming Committee? Dude, come on. Like, really, the Welcoming Committee.
They're the Jimmy Job Squad. That's what it is. That's what it is. James is their cute kid. They're the Jimmy Job Squad.
James. You know what? There's 4 chicks in that whole group, and I can't stop looking at James Ellsworth. He's so fucking ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like, he's smiling. Yeah, you guys. Fuck you.
Like, he actually feels good about the fact that he's harassing a bunch of women.
Well, I mean, Carmella treats him right, gets him some fucking True Religion pants, some fucking tap-out shirts.
Yeah, but you know he still ain't getting no buns, though.
Of course not, man, because Cass is hitting it. Like, what's he gonna do? Like, go up against... Let's just be... Honestly, though, James Ellsworth, a dude who's made a career out of literally having no, like, appeal whatsoever. Luckiest man on the face of the earth to get to do all this shit with all these people and having no steam whatsoever.
Yeah,
so,
I guess.
fuck, if I stumbled like that, I wouldn't give a fuck what anyone would say about me either. I'd wear a True Religion shirt every fucking week. So, Naomi came out, and I guess Shane, instead of like... Or Charlotte got her ass whipped in the back. And then Shane comes out and says, this match is going to continue anyways. Well, good job, Shane. What a fucking way to enforce your shit.
So does this mean that Charlotte's officially face? Because, I mean, a bunch of heels whipped her ass. That's how it works, right?
Here's the thing. I can't even fathom a face Charlotte. It's really awkward to me.
I can't either, and I feel like it's going to be kind of like face Sasha where it sucks ass. Seriously, she kind of...
Sasha's just really annoying. And
like, both of them have a gimmick where they're the best and blah, blah, blah. And hers is even worse because it's like, I'm the best by blood and I'm Charlotte Flair. And, like, you can't do all that if you're face, okay? Like, being a face kind of comes with, like, a sense of humbleness, sort of. Like, you can't be a bitch like that. So I just don't see it.
I honestly need to make this very clear to anyone listening to this. Faces do not... Baby faces... It is the kiss of death in 2017 because you're either a complete fucking prick or you're an asshole, but everyone likes you. There's no in between. So Charlotte I can't see Charlotte kissing babies. That's fucking stupid.
No.
So there is no baby faces unless you're fucking Bayley or Sami Zayn. Literally, there's nobody else in this whole company. Because if you're a baby face, you are disliked immediately because no one gives a fuck about you being cheery and loving your job. Because if you love your job, fuck you. You need to hate your job and hate everybody else. That's your fucking that's your job here. So Naomi came out to take on the Walmart greeters, and she did some speedball kicks on Carmella, which looked like fucking garbage. And every single week they look like shit because Carmella just kind of like did this weird thing where she yelled like a hyena and then like tossed and turned like sideways.
While she's like clearly blocking them with her arms.
Yeah.
Clearly blocking them and not looking realistic whatsoever. And I don't mind Naomi and I don't mind the speedball kicks, but the reason why I call them speedball kicks is because there's another guy that could do them way better. And we haven't seen him in quite some time.
Well, sadly, he's not allowed in the country for the next 4.5
Mike
years.
Bailey, man. But it's just, those kicks look so fucking terrible unless it's someone who's good.
Yeah.
And even Charlotte couldn't even, because those kicks, unless you're hitting someone with force, you can't sell that move.
No.
Because if you're just lightly tapping people on the fucking sides, what's it going to do?
It doesn't look impactful at all. It looks like you're dribbling a soccer ball or something.
Yeah.
You know? But you know what was sweet, though? There's a springboard corkscrew fucking sunset flip. That was pretty cool.
Naomi?
Yeah, she hit that. That looked really clean.
She does it all the time.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I've never seen her do it like in that way. I've seen her do it out of the corner, but
the springboard cork or the corkscrew.
Yeah,
She does a Starship Pain, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, she does. But this was like
Corkscrew.
yeah, it was weird. It was different.
I don't remember it.
Yeah, it was a cool spot.
Well,
though.
she is one of the best athletic women in the whole company.
You know, I noticed that Tamina didn't do a goddamn thing in this match. Like she was on the outside, just kind of hanging out.
Once again, Tamina's just there.
Yep.
She's always been just there. This time, her father passed away, so now they really just got to leave her there for a long time
I
now.
say I'm surprised she's still employed, but yeah, they can't fire her now.
Oh, here's a better question for anyone listening to this, and you guys as well. So the welcoming committee is comprised of Carmella, Natty, fucking James
All
Ellsworth.
second generation.
No.
Carmella.
Carmella's second generation?
Yes.
Who's her father?
I don't remember, but he was a wrestler.
Really?
Yeah.
Was he a storied wrestler that wrestled for the WWF? No, he's not second generation. She's not second generation.
Well, they've mentioned him before, so.
Well, here's the thing. Why is Tamina on the welcoming committee? Remember when she debuted along with Charlotte? So she just aligned herself with the people who've been there the whole time?
Yeah, what the hell is that?
Yeah, that's a little weird, isn't it?
I didn't even think about that, but yeah, I guess
It's the welcoming committee, including the woman who literally debuted the same night. That,
this is literally just
Charlotte
everyone being
did.
like, we're mad because Charlotte's clearly better than us, and we job, and that's it. That's it. That's the glue that holds this faction together.
Well, I guess
They have zero appeal together. Like there's
Tamina's
nothing.
been in the company longer than Charlotte.
Tamina has been on the payroll longer.
Yeah.
Okay, than everybody else, along with Natty. But Natty's been in and out of the fucking. And every time I see Natty, I can't stop thinking about Total Divas and how they just completely fucking ruin all the storylines that the women are in.
I hate her fucking taunt. That whole yay thing that she does. Like,
she does it like 3 fucking times in one match.
It's ridiculous.
Killing so much time. Oh, got to build up that special meter. So, midway through the match, Naomi's getting her ass kicked mostly, and Charlotte walks out to finally participate in the match that she was booked in. The only issue with this is that in about 5 seconds, Charlotte was walking very gingerly to the ring, so she's selling the injury, which is pretty noticeable. And then, instead of running to the ring like a bat out of hell and doing a stone cold entrance and stunning everyone in the fucking place and then popping beers and shit, she walks slow to the ring, and then as soon as she gets in and gets tagged, she's a house on fire.
Yes.
Right?
What the fuck was this?
Well, like they said, maybe she was playing a little possum, you know?
Oh, yeah, she played so much possum that she walked fucking... It took her forever to get to the ring, letting Naomi get her fucking ass kicked further. And as soon as she gets to the ring, she forgets all about those injuries at the hand of the Walmart welcome wagon. So, I thought that was preposterous. But, the finish of the match is Naomi hitting the ass lariat on Carmella. She went for the pin, but referee Mike Chioda was distracted by Natalya because it's 2017 and ref distractions still exist. This is the gayest shit I've ever seen in my life. The ref being distracted has got to go. I'm sick of it because it's like you are a 40-year-old man. You tap the ring or tap the mat for a living 3 times, right? More than once on the same night. But a woman who stands on the apron and goes, "Hey, that's not fair." Well, what the fuck's not fair? She's pinning the girl in the middle of the fucking ring.
By the way, like, if you refereed for more than a week, you know this is coming, so just ignore them.
Yeah.
Exactly. Unless the person is physically getting in the ring to break up. And correct me if I'm wrong here, but who got on the apron? Natalya, right?
I don't remember.
It was probably Natalya.
I think so. Yeah.
She got on the apron, and she goes, "Hey, that's not fair." She's in the match. She could have just broke up the pin. Instead, she goes, "Hey, Mike, can I talk to you for a second here?"
You know, she doesn't want to risk DQ,
Can I have a moment of your time?
DQ, she's in the match.
But still, if you're not tagged in legally, you can't break up a pin. they ever actually call that as a DQ like they should.
This is ridiculous. This is the same thing as people like Neville DQing himself. Why the fuck why are people allowed to DQ themselves anymore? Like, all these wrestling rules need to go because it's stupid. It's really dumb that a guy could literally just grab a ref or use a chair and keep his fucking belt.
Yeah, that is pretty fucking ridiculous.
Well,
they need to change the rules very quickly because wrestling is getting very the rules for wrestling are getting very.
It's not necessarily DQing yourself, but the fact that the belt can't change hands on a count out or.
Well, yeah, that's the point. You could literally save your championship by just.
There's been matches where that stip has been eliminated, but they had to like explicitly say so.
Yeah. And it's usually led up to by someone DQing themselves.
Yeah.
Or,
But it was made obvious by the match with Aries at Payback. It was wonderful. It was a wonderful match, and the fucking guy grabs the ref, and it's all over after that.
Yeah.
Come on, like, give me a break. Same thing with this shit. It's
like, while we're talking about Austin Aries, this is a little unrelated, but I forgot to mention this earlier. Did you guys hear about that whole Booker T Austin Aries thing?
No.
Where, so Booker T like referred to Austin Aries as a kid. And he's like, yeah, that kid's going places, man.
Yeah.
And Aries got on Twitter is like, really? Like, did he really call me a fucking kid? Like, he's 39. Austin Aries is 39. Book, you're 52. Stop. All right, and they actually acknowledged that on the program because they
Cole's like, yeah, you can even call me kid or whatever.
Yeah, he's like, well, everyone's a kid, the Booker T. I just thought that shit was ridiculous. I forgot to mention it earlier, but
yeah, people need to realize that. Same thing with Owens, maybe 2 weeks ago on SmackDown.
Yeah,
where I believe Tom Phillips goes, oh well, you're the rookie of the year, and he goes, I'm not a fucking rookie, dude. I've been doing this for like
forever,
13, 12 years, dude.
Yeah.
Like, don't call me a rookie. Half of these guys are not rookies.
Yeah.
They've been around, or quote-unquote, around the globe, but they've been to literally every organization you could possibly imagine.
Austin Aries has been wrestling for like 20 years, dude. Like, he's been around forever.
Yeah, that's stupid. Yeah, I agree with that. These are not young kids. They're grown men who you hired because your fucking roster is garbage.
I'm just glad that he said something, you know, because he was like pretty fucking offended.
Yeah, because I would be fucking offended too if some asshole sitting on his ass called me a fucking kid.
It's like, dude, I'm 40. Stop.
God damn, man. Austin Aries is an old fucking dude. Yeah. Oh, my God.
Yeah, man.
All these guys that they just got here are fucking old. And I think TJ Perkins is still pretty young now. He's like 30-something.
He's like 32.
He started wrestling when he was like fucking 12 or some shit like that. So he's been around for quite a while. The Welcome Wagon starts beating up on Charlotte and Naomi until Becky comes out, pretends like she's going to join the fucking Walmart Welcome Wagon.
And the most obvious swerve ever.
Whoa, I believed. Hey.
Oh, did you?
Hey. Trust me, I thought she was going to join. Why? How could you not join the welcoming committee? Wouldn't that go great on a shirt
or something? With such wonderful talents as Carmella and Tamina.
Besides, this is a brand new Becky. She's all tan now.
She was super tan.
Well, yeah, all tan and wearing skirts.
She sprayed all that banana boat on
yeah, right.
I don't think it was banana boat, my friend. I think it was something else that you spray on yourself.
Fucking
and it wasn't
banana yacht, boat. Dude. It was a lot of shit.
Well, how could you not want to join a team with the name like the fucking welcoming committee with Carmella, who had that match with Okada back in 2015 at the G1 Climax, right? Give me a fucking break.
Could you imagine, like, Carmella?
No, oh my God, I'd rather throw up a lot than that and watch that
7
shit.
stars.
She shakes everyone's hands, acts all buddy-buddy with them, and then she pushes Ellsworth because who else would you fucking push into a bunch of chicks? Starts fighting them off, and then Tamina knocks her out with a super kick. And there goes Becky's steam. We haven't seen the woman on television in weeks, but as soon as she starts some shit, you gotta kill her fucking noise mighty quickly. The Fashion Files. This was fucking amazing in every way possible.
Fantastic.
They got the Law and Order intro, which was so fucking great.
Yeah, so glad the Eve Marie guys found some more work.
Absolutely. The Fashion Police were hard at work pinning guys like the Usos for jaywalking and Jimmy walking.
The Uggos?
The Uggos. And by the way, Tyler Breeze referred to Fandango as Lieutenant Dango.
No, Deputy Dango.
Deputy Dango. I loved it. I need to see him with a little badge on his shirt that says Deputy Dango.
Yes. I appreciated the 8x10 of the Big Boss man in the background.
And the what's it called? The timeshare fraud.
Yeah.
With the most over tag team on SmackDown these days, Epico and Primo.
You mean the Colognes, bro?
Yeah, the Colons. So the big bust will go down May 21st at Backlash in Chicago, Illinois. And I'm going to assume that warrants take quite a while to acquire in the feel the fashion because it's going to be a whole fucking month before we see the bust go down.
There's a lot of red tape you have to get.
Yeah, I mean,
a lot of paperwork to get through.
You got to have the fashion judge sign a bunch of stuff.
I wonder who the fashion judge is. They should have that. The fashion judge.
Like a fucking fashion magistrate. Yeah.
God, who would you get for that in that situation? Who would you get for that situation? Who else had a fashion gimmick in WWE? I can't fucking remember. Wow, I can't remember. A fashion gimmick? That's pathetic. Yeah. Like, there's got to be somebody. Oh, well, I'll figure it out later. I was going to say Val Venus. That makes absolutely no sense.
No.
Chris Jericho.
Getting blowjobs from Terry Runnels.
That's a fantastic
He got a blowjob in a convertible, too. Good times, man. Good times. And he came out of a fucking bush with Jenna Jameson.
That's awesome.
Fun times back in the Attitude Era. Great wrestling, too. Chris Jericho versus Kevin Owens. Last match of the night. In case you're all wondering, Randy Orton still trapped under the fridge. He was nowhere to be found in this event.
Yeah, apparently.
So he was MIA because the champ just doesn't need to show up anymore.
According to Bray, he's still trapped in the House of Horrors, and he'll never escape.
Yeah.
Still however, he teleported to the ring.
Yep.
So I don't think he's trapped anymore.
Teleported all the way from Kansas.
That's right.
Yep.
That's how they got there so fast. They teleported.
Absolutely.
You're telling me if I buy that house, it doesn't come with Randy?
It comes with a teleporter, apparently. There's a time machine in
and
there.
And a sink full of dirty dishes.
Well, you get the opportunity to clean that and that fucking fridge, too.
And a really fucking, like, dusty refrigerator that says, what did it say? We're here on it?
Who cares?
Bunch of doll parts, because apparently, like, Sid from Toy Story lives there. I don't fucking know, man.
Sid from Toy Story. What a dickhead that guy was.
Yeah, right.
Chris Jericho versus Kevin Owens for the United States Championship. Prior to this match, there was a stipulation in place that barred AJ from the ring. However, I don't understand why that needs to happen. Why the fuck would AJ care who wins this match?
Seriously. He's going to face one of them anyway.
He's going to wrestle one of them. Why the fuck would it matter? AJ or Chris is old, so you could work him a little more. Kevin's a little larger man. You could work. You could just run around him, get him tired. AJ has no issue here.
Even if
AJ and Chris are like the same age. I don't know why I said that, but
even if he wanted to come out there, I mean, he'd have to fuck them both up, right, in order to hedge his bets, because he doesn't know who's gonna, Like,
yeah, I liked that stipulation. They said, "Well, AJ's banned from ringside. Why the fuck would it matter?"
Yeah.
You could be like Asuka, come to the ring and fucking interrupt the match, and then get more opponents.
Yeah. Right.
You could do that and be that fucking retarded. God, we'll get to that. Oh, we'll get to that. So, like I said, prior to the match, AJ was barred from ringside. Good to see Kevin selling the finger spot from Payback. So, you hear that, Marty Skrull? Do you hear that? Kevin Owens selling the finger. God, people should start selling fingers in Ring of Honor these days.
Well, yeah, don't tell it to Marty Skrull. Tell it to all of his opponents.
No, Marty should inform them. You should sell this fucking finger, because I only broke your finger.
Yeah. Come on, guys, put me over.
Oh, my God.
Because, I mean, guys from bigger companies already stealing my gimmick.
We're going to see Marty Skrull live. I'm going to have to watch him break a finger. I'm going to throw a tomato at this guy. I can't fucking wait. God, Marty Skrull just really gets on my fucking nerves with that stupid shit. After a great match by both of these guys, Kevin wins with a super kick and a pop-up powerbomb. And afterwards, EMTs come out to check up on Chris Jericho.
By the way, how cute was that redheaded EMT with like the half braids?
Jesus Christ, I thought she was talent.
Yeah.
Because there's no way in hell an EMT is that attractive.
Yeah, she was really pretty.
She was very pretty. I'm glad I'm not the only one. I mean, it was glaringly obvious. She's right in front of the television, but she was very attractive. The only issue with this that I have is that right after this, prior to the super kick pop-up powerbomb finish, Chris was DDT'd onto the floor, right on the concrete or whatever the fuck that is. And he got rolled into the ring and then got hit with a super kick. And he kicked out of that. He kicked out after he should have died right there and outside of the ring. Instead, he gets thrown into the ring, gets hit with a super kick, kicks out, and then eventually he gets hit with another super kick and a pop-up powerbomb. So why the fuck didn't you just pin him right afterwards? Because that's the selling point here, right? Got DDT'd on the outside. His fucking head is all fucked up. That's why he's gone. Yes or no?
Yeah. If you're going to go that route, you might as well do it convincingly.
Because if you're going to make the guy kick out, it's gone after that. But I guess that was the setup for the big injury afterwards. So Owens would come out twice to make sure that Chris would stay down. He powerbombed him again, then threw his head with a chair wrapped around it, or wrapped around his head. Threw his head with a chair wrapped around, yeah, I got that right the first time, into the fucking turnbuckle. So all that stemming from the DDT on the outside, and it became the focal point of the injury later on. So we got to see Chris Jericho kind of wailing around on the floor like a child, and it was really awkward. He was just kind of like, really, really loud, and that's how SmackDown goes off the air.
Meanwhile, I'm in my house saying "Thank you, Kevin," at the top of my lungs.
So Chris Jericho going away now, and he will be gone for however long it's going to be until he comes back.
Not long enough.
Oh, come on, Tyson. He's one of the best workers in the company.
He's a great
He's
worker.
Over. He's got a large list.
Yes, yeah. Large irrelevant list.
And that's
because
how
you can unmake it.
That's how SmackDown went off the air. So
and then remake it again.
Yeah, apparently.
So no Randy. The WWE champion was nowhere to be found.
The Universal Champion and the WWE Champion both not on the shows.
Gee, what do you know? Both old as fuck. Kevin was the last face we saw on SmackDown. So,
but you know what? That's not such a bad thing. It should feel special when you see the champion on television.
Ah, that's right.
This is something I've complained about a lot.
Sometimes I sit in my room and I go, God, I just haven't seen Randy Orton in so long. I really need to see Randy tonight.
I mean, Randy Orton, maybe not the best example, but still, it should feel special when you see the champion on television.
I guess, but at least coming out and going, I'm here, and then just walking away.
No.
Something.
No.
Give me something with this guy.
Even phone it in,
Could have phoned it in from inside the refrigerator.
From Missouri.
And say what? Say the same shit they always...
No, the camera is inside the refrigerator. He's still strapped in there like fucking Indiana Jones. And he goes, hey, guys, I'm just kind of
That doesn't even make sense because he showed up afterwards. So he showed up...
The words make sense? What? This is WWE, man. Anything flies around here. As a matter of fact, Randy should have came out in the refrigerator, opened the refrigerator up, and then just jumped right out of it. So they should have showed the refrigerator kind of flying across the sky because Randy, made sure to fucking teleport it all the way to the arena. Nothing's off limits here with WWE. So next up we have NXT May 3rd.
May 3rd, yeah. Now the May 3rd is out.
God damn. May 3rd, 2017. First thing we saw on the show was Killian Dane with Eric Young, nobody else. So the entire fucking faction didn't come out. Versus Danny Burch. Once again, Burch is going to be doing the job, but you don't really want him to because
He's so good.
Danny Burch is all right.
I'm sure I've said this before, but I felt so bad after the first round of the UK tournament. He looked so good in that match, and
Danny Burch is the only guy that you see him and you go, he's gonna lose this match, but fuck, he should be winning.
Yeah, I mean, he's an older guy, and I don't know if they have a character for him, but yeah, he's better than a job guy.
Doesn't need a character, man.
He's better than enhancement.
His gimmick is just like Shibata. Just goes out there, does his job.
He should be the WWE version of the wrestler.
Yes. Well, everyone's a wrestler.
Entertainer.
The sports entertainer written on a fucking towel. Available at WWEshop.com. The crowd is behind Burch, so I'm not alone in this situation. Dane does some stuff, drops some elbows. Burch actually fights back in this match and doesn't job out like a complete loser. Dane wins with the one-winged angel, and there you have it. So NXT trying to create more singles guys for whatever fucking else comes down the pipe, especially with Killian Dane, who I don't think is going to be with Sanity very long because
you think he's going to turn on him?
He's a large man. He was in the Battle Royal. He's the only one from Sanity in the Battle Royal.
Yeah.
I imagine they like this guy. I imagine he's going to
so.
do some shit on his own at some point in his career.
Yeah, I hope
very,
he gets
very
into the
soon.
main event picture.
He needs to shave his back first, before he does anything. They run a vignette for Patrick Clark, who is basically a Prince knockoff. Apparently, he will have the nickname The Velveteen Dream.
They need to pair him and...
That's what they've been calling him, yeah.
Yeah, they need to put him with Nakamura and Aiden English. It'd be the greatest...
trio.
Yeah.
The next 3MB, baby.
The most flamboyant trio, yeah.
Yeah.
What a fucking weird stable that would be. Heavy Machinery versus two guys who they took straight out of a Yu-Gi-Oh tournament. Told them to wrestle. Heavy Machinery does some stuff. They do the chest bump. Dozovich puts both of these guys together. So, basically hugging each other. Lifts them both up in a sidewalk slam position. Then Tucker Knight hits the ropes from behind him. Does the Luthez press and squashes both of these fuckers. And rest in peace, Nerd Jobbers. They get pinned for the 3 count. And there you have it. So, once again, Heavy Machinery squashing a couple of
So it's just a
weirdos.
matter of time before they go on the Ascension
Matter of time. Well, they get on the mic and they talk about stakes and weights, and now it's time for the main course, they said. They're tired.
I'd totally go for a steak right now.
Fuck yeah, that'd be amazing.
They are tired of shitty appetizers like 2 guys from a Yu-Gi-Oh tournament, and now they want the authors of pain. I can't wait for this match. This is 2 tag teams who do nothing but eat and lift all day long. And it's going to be a lot of fun. And Heavy Machinery now getting bumped up to the top of the list.
It was a matter of time. They were getting.
Oh yeah, they are awesome. Yeah. I love Otis Dozovich. Yeah. I love this big fat fucking dude who just crushes fucking weirdos every fucking week. And then DIY was in the back and they asked them, "Hey, what you guys think about Heavy Machinery?" Well, they go, "Well, they're gonna have to get to the back of the line because
what? Right behind them because there's only 3 tag teams."
Right.
The line starts with us," says Ciampa. And Gargano goes, "Yeah, those are big fellas, but we lack in size, but we have heart," or some shit like that. I forgot what he said.
I mean, he's all heart, Johnny Gargano, so.
Well, that's true. But
shebang.
I'm sorry, DIY. We like you. But fuck, man. Heavy Machinery is awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, it's time for some new blood.
It's time for some new blood, and you guys going up against...
TMDK comes back. I mean, TM61.
But here's the thing. Heavy Machinery are large men who eat a lot. The Authors of Pain, well, they write books, and they eat a lot.
Yeah.
So
which, I mean, they're pretty diverse people. That's
right.
Good to know. Yeah.
Good for them. They keep up with their fitness.
They're not just mindless brutes they play on television.
Not at all. Smart men. Smart men, a lot of goals in their life. So I actually can't wait for this match. It's probably going to happen at Chicago. Unless some weird shit happens, like Regal fucking makes some weird-ass fucking stipulation between DIY and Heavy Machinery. Kona Reeves versus Hideo Itami. And when I saw the graphic go up on the beginning of the show, I went, oh boy, Kona Reeves, my favorite wrestler. Can't wait for him to get
Dude, he was so good in Speed.
Wow.
Prior to this match, Bobby Roode was seen speaking to Reeves in the back, probably telling him, look, buddy, you've got no fucking shot. So just do stuff, taunt, get yourself over a little bit before you get fucking squashed. So while Itami is taunting on the buckle at the beginning of the match, Reeves attacks him from the back. Instead of just kind of kicking his ass a lot, Reeves just backs off and stands there and waits for the bell to ring. So he attacked the guy from the back. This is Hideo Itami now. He could have just kicked his ass a little more to get himself an edge. He just, hits him from the back, starts punching him a little bit, then backs off and goes, yeah, how you like that, motherfucker?
I showed you.
Why don't you keep kicking his ass?
Yeah, right?
Keep beating him up. Make sure he's hurt while the match starts. This is Hideo Itami, remember?
Go big or go home, man. Like, don't half-ass it.
No, he just fucking body presses the guy from the back and just goes, yeah, ring that fucking bell. I'll teach him a lesson. So Reeves just kind of shoves Hideo around, talks shit. And meanwhile, Nigel is basically saying and stressing the fact that this is a terrible strategy. He continues to say, Kona, keep hitting him. Hurt him. Why are you taunting him? Why are you just standing there? Which is all he did. All he did was just go, yeah, how do you like that, Hideo? And it's stupid because you have the guy, you have an advantage. Keep kicking his ass. But no, Kona Reeves using his brain and just kind of going, no, I'm just gonna watch you die in the middle of the ring. So very stupid on his part. Itami whips his ass because he finally let him get up, kicks him, then hits him with the GTS, and now Kona Reeves officially a fucking loser on this show.
Dude, he was always a loser on this show.
No, he's my favorite wrestler.
Didn't he just job to Aleister Black? Like he just got.
Oh, but he's Kona Reeves. He'll come back later.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
he'll come back in John Wick 2.
Oh wow.
He's the prodigy of Bobby Roode, so someone who is very good in the ring. Part 2 of the Who is Roderick Strong? They show Roddy and his pregnant girlfriend setting up the crib for their kid. They show footage of his IPW days. They show footage of him in Ring of Honor, which is pretty cool. They showed him with Tyler Black, Okada, and fucking Kevin Steen. And they showed him crying and all this stuff and the kid coming out. And it was it's very emotional because I don't, I saw Roderick Strong cry. I cried because fuck, he's
good. They want to make him a very sympathetic baby face.
He's a daddy now.
Yeah.
And he's also my daddy, so I can't wait to see him do some more stuff.
Calling little man your daddy.
That's right. So Regal is talking to Rude in the back, and they were both watching the Roderick Strong segment. Tells him that next week on NXT, Tommy and Roderick Strong will go at it for the #1 contendership for his title. So if anyone's listening to this, all you need to do is have a pregnant girlfriend, have a kid, run a vignette, and you get a fucking contention match.
I like how
next week on NXT.
Roderick Strong, who was like a nobody in NXT for months, and a Tommy who just came back from like his 15th fucking injury, automatically get #1 contendership shots. Yet Drew McIntyre and Chris Hero or Cassius Ohno come in here super hot and are not in the main event picture.
Well,
nope.
You know how it goes, man. You know how it goes. And
I mean, I guess Cassius Ohno already had his shot, but
and I love the fact that Regal looked at the TV and he goes, "What an interesting story. You know what? He'll be the #1 contender match next week. Fuck everybody else.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck.
So just have a good story. You don't even have to know how to wrestle.
This guy had a fucking kid. He's gonna be in the title picture next week."
Meanwhile, No Way Jose and them were looking at HR like, "Are you fucking kidding me?"
Well, Roderick Strong is literally 1,000 times better than half that entire roster, but he's had no gimmick.
Yeah.
But still,
And
cats are out here paying their dues and shit.
I like that they're doing something with Roddy. I like they're giving him a storyline, but I will continue to stress this. Heel Roddy is money. Big money. So the longer...
I wouldn't say big money, but it's better than babyface Roddy.
Yeah,
way more entertaining as a heel.
Roddy is best Roddy.
The only problem is he probably can't curse, which is the best part about it.
He can't come out here like PWG Roddy
And say, fuck all of you. I'm having a kid. And fuck your kids too. So we get the #1 contenders match for the #1 contenders battle royal for the women's championship on NXT. This match made 0 sense for one big reason. You have an unstoppable force with Asuka. She is the champion she's been the champ for forever. She's conquered Goldberg's streak, right? All these things you could say about her. How the fuck are we going to get a #1 contender for her title? Gee, I don't know. How about a battle royal where everybody just throws each other over the fucking top rope? That ought to show the talent.
Yeah.
Yeah. That'll show us who really deserves.
Well, I mean, to be fair, what else are they going to do? Like, they've thrown everything else at her.
Literally a fatal four-way between, or have a tournament, or have something else other than a battle royal with a bunch of people who no one's ever seen before.
Tournaments take too much time.
That's the best part about it, is the fact that there's like 30 bitches in the ring, and I know like 4 of them. All right, like that's absolutely ridiculous.
They got to build to a
So
pay-per-view
you're
in like
saying
3 weeks.
someone who just walked into the company that day has a shot at Asuka's belt?
Apparently.
Well, I mean, the Top Dogs couldn't do it. I mean, the Iconic Duo couldn't do it. Ember Moon couldn't do it.
It looks so bad.
Well, Ember could have done it, but she got screwed.
It looks so
And
bad
she
when you
powdered around, too.
you pull all these chicks out and no one knows who they are, and it's like there's so much depth at the position. Like there's so many broads, and they're only pushing
like whom?
I'm just saying, there's like 1,000 of them back there apparently, and they're only pushing like 3, and it's ridiculous. I'm looking at this. I'm like, when did they get all this female talent, and where have they been?
They put an APB out in Tampa, Florida. Hey, would you like to come through? Such talents like Kimberly Frankel came through.
Well, I mean, like some of these, Kimberly's been signed. She was signed with Ruby Riott. She's actually signed. But I mean, they had Sarah Bridges, who's been what?
He was playing footies with me. Go on.
They had Sarah Bridges, who's been signed. I mean, she's been out of her contract, but she's still been used on TV. That girl with the high-waisted shorts, she's been used on TV before.
Yeah.
Rachel Ellering, who's been used on TV. So I mean, it's not like these were just random.
Yeah, but they haven't featured a single one of them. They didn't talk about any of them.
Yeah.
They didn't run a vignette of them having children.
Well, I mean, they're just filling spots.
Point being, you don't have a battle royal to determine a #1 contender for your unstoppable champion. Okay, Asuka literally has no competition on that show. 0, absolutely none. So
she still has Ember Moon. I mean, she won by some bullshit fucking finish. So Ember's still strong.
Like I said, a tournament between the relevant women, Ruby, fucking Ember, everybody else in the title.
And why is Ruby getting pushed to the fucking moon? Like she just showed up.
Because she's cool, man, and she's wacky, and she's edgy. And she has fucking gauges in her ear.
And she's fucking hit as fuck, dude. Like, Jesus.
That's the reason why you want her to win. She's hit.
Because she's heinous?
Because you don't... That's what makes her that much better. Because you don't want to fuck her. But you'd want to see her kick some ass. You don't really care if she has sex with you. That's the point.
Yeah, I guess. I mean...
You appreciate her for her sportsmanship and her athleticism. You fucking
that's why I'm tuning in.
You know who's in this match that really could have, taken it to Asuka? Candice LeRae.
Yeah.
No, not even Candice. Asuka's like literally unstoppable. I like Candice. Don't get me wrong. It was great seeing Candice, but Candice at the moment is a virtual nobody.
That's true.
And
but she did take Adam Cole to his limits for the PWG title just a few years ago.
That is true, but that's some gay indie shit, dude. This is
true,
WWE.
Yeah. The indies are awful.
Yeah, the indies
Meanwhile,
suck,
the entire women's division is filled with women indies.
Oh yeah, what are you gonna do? Put the fucking iconic duo in the title picture? Give me a fucking break. Can't wait for them to get called up and move to like Velocity or something.
A show that doesn't get jacked.
Yeah. Candice LeRae is the most over person in this entire ring, and no one knew who she was prior to this match, which was phenomenal. Go on.
Nobody did. People knew who she was.
Yeah, but for the television audience, people tuning in to the WWE Network just to watch some good old developmental talent go at it. They went, wow, this girl's getting a lot of fucking...
I'm pretty sure it's safe to assume that most people who watch NXT are at least aware of Candice LeRae.
We're a little smarkier than the average Joe Schmo in fucking Iowa.
That's true.
Smarkier than the average bear.
But, some of these guys also spit into a can. And they have a Gatorade bottle that filled with fucking dip with saliva. So they're not gonna know who the fuck these people are. It was a basic battle royal. Broads trying to get each other over the top rope. Aaliyah eliminates Rachel Ellering and instantly became a heel. No one gave a fuck about Aaliyah after this. You eliminate Rachel Ellering, done. We don't like you anymore. Candice makes it to the last. Candice makes it as the last unknown in this match, so she got that far. You knew she wasn't going to get any further because Billie Kay eliminated her. Yep.
Go ahead.
Billie Kay eliminated Candice LeRae.
Yep,
that happened. Nikki eliminates Aaliyah. The crowd loved it. Nikki eliminates Liv. The crowd loved it again because no one gives a fuck about Liv Morgan or Aaliyah. Then Peyton Royce and Billie Kay get eliminated by Ember. Thank Christ. I thought they were going to push one of them. Fuck. I would have killed myself. Ember is about to eclipse Ruby Riott until Asuka comes out to interfere. And the dumbest shit ever happens. The refs call for the bell.
What? It's a battle royal.
There's never been there's no disqualification in a battle royal.
Yeah,
that's never happened ever in the history of life. So I don't know who the fuck called the bell, because instead of calling the bell, you just kind of get the match going again, throw them back into the ring, because you fucking had 5 minutes of complete nothing going on. Everyone just standing around, the refs looking dumbfounded, like what do we do? Because everyone's just kind of hurt. They're in the middle of the ring. And
by the way, Ember fucking ate it on the way out. Like, it looked like she rocked her shit off that metal barricade. She got tossed.
Well, it looks like she threw it through the second rope, and she oversold the shit out of that.
Well, there were rumors that like she legit got hurt from that. Like she has an arm injury or a shoulder injury.
Well, I wonder how she fucking threw herself at a barricade or a fucking at a guardrail. She threw herself at the guardrail instead of just getting thrown out and going to the floor. She literally missile dove at a fucking guardrail. So I mean, that's what you get for fucking doing that stupid shit. After Asuka whips everybody's ass, Regal comes out to say that it will be a fatal 4-way match with all the women in the ring. So once again, Asuka, good fucking job. But however, this is a much better fatal 4-way than we had a couple weeks ago or a couple months ago at San Antonio.
Legit talent, so
instead of Asuka and who else was it? Fucking Nikki Cross versus the iconic duo. Yeah. Okay. Well, we're gonna get a legit fatal 4-way this time around. And thoughts, gentlemen, on NXT and where they're going with everybody.
I hope Candice gets more time. A lot more time.
Is Candice even signed?
Not that I know of. I don't think so.
Well, she better get signed mighty quickly.
Probably after the women's tournament.
As a matter of fact, as I have a message for Triple H, you must sign this woman. Not because we're marks, not because we watch PWG, because she was the only virtual unknown in that entire match, and everyone knew who the fuck she was and wanted her to win.
Yep.
Oh, and also because she's a fantastic wrestler.
She is a great wrestler, and out of everybody in that ring, like I said, she was over as fuck. Go on.
Oh, I thought you were gonna
just stopped in the.
Well, you were like in the middle of a sentence.
No, go on.
But even what you call it? Like I said about Renee Young, Candace, if you and Johnny don't work out.
Oh my God, this guy fucking
Christ.
serious. Well, now that we're
Well,
done,
you know, Renee Young and Candace LeRae are
and
listening
you
fans
can
of the
go
show.
to plentyoffish.com.
I was going to say, for more on this, you can follow Ant at okcupid.candace.thirsty. Like,
Well, if you want to listen to our future and archived episodes, falconarrow.podbean.com, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and like us on Facebook, facebook.com/FalconArrowCast. And we're all out of time, everybody, and we'll join you guys for Wrestling Dontaku.
Yes.
Because that happened this morning, as a matter of
Yes.
fact, at 4 in the morning. So me and Anthony will be back again soon for that. And I guess a little stuff from the road to Wrestling
was that the
Dontaku.
thing with Bad Luck Fale?
Yeah.
Hey.
It's a match of Bad Luck Fale, and some stuff happened after that match, so we really got to watch it.
Yeah.
So, and it involves Kenny Omega.
Ooh.
And we'll get into that some more, me and Anthony. And if Nick ever watches Japanese wrestling, we'll start him off at the year 1972, and we'll work from there.
Work my way up.
Until then, everybody, we'll see you around. Take care.